Welcome to the video lectures of Vivekananda Institute of Management. In this video, we will discuss about the importance of planning. The reason why planning is taken up is because we don't want to do things which are going to be unnecessarily risky, which may lead to loss of time, energy and efforts of the people, and also it can reduce the already scarce resources that we have got. So when we approach anything in a planned way, then we are mentally prepared to reach the goal. Now let us look at the importance in point wise. Okay. One of the most important reasons why planning is important is it increases efficiency. Efficiency is doing the task in a way in which resources are utilized optimally. That is, minimum resources are taken as input to get the maximum output. So efficiency is basically, if you talk in terms of mathematics, output divided by input. So the output has to be as much as possible compared to the input. So if the entire input can be converted into output, then that is a good level of efficiency. So there should not be any wastage of the resources that we are utilizing. So whenever you plan, what happens is all the things are ready and there is usually no break, or you will not experience difficulties or problems when carrying out the task. So management basically is an activity which involves lot of inputs. There is a process and you get the output, and during this process you want the things to work properly, and that is where planning comes into the picture. Who should do, what should be done, when it should be done, how it should be done, why it should be done. All these questions are answered in planning. Therefore what happens is there will be very little losses, etc., and therefore the efficiency will be high. The next important reason is it reduces business related risks. When you are planning for the future, what you do is you also try to assess the various factors that may affect the business, and considering the impact of these factors you make adjustments accordingly, and therefore the risks will be reduced. When you don't know where you are going, then the risk will be high, but if you know where you are going, you can take all the necessary precautions. Similarly in business, when I know whether the market is going to be favorable or not, based on my assessment, I can think of launching a product or postponing the launch of the product, etc. This is just an example. So if it is, say, a festival season, the demand for certain products will be high. So if I launch my product during that time, the risk of the failure of the product will be very less, and the chances of success will be very high. So that helps me to take the decision properly so that the risk is reduced. So planning helps in reducing the risk. Then there are various departments which have to work in coordination with each other, and when you plan, you can create a coordination among all of them. It is something very similar to the Saturday early morning PT, that is physical training classes you have, where you march in the ground. So what happens is, to the beat of the drums you keep your steps, okay, generally ek do ek, left right left, so that kind of thing. So if everybody is moving in proper coordination according to the beat, nobody will be hurt. Otherwise what happens, if even one person misses a step, then either the hand will hit the other person's hand, or the legs or shoes of other person will hit you. The reason is, when coordination is lost, the things will not move properly and entire thing looks messy. Okay. Similarly in an organization, the different departments are there and they have to coordinate with each other. Say for example, if the marketing department gets some very good orders, let us take an example of a computer firm. They are manufacturing computers and they get a big order of, say, around 1000 computers. Now these 1000 computers have to be supplied in a particular date, and before that date manufacturing has to be completed. So a proper information from the marketing department to the production department must be sent, and the production department must also send the requirements of materials to the purchase department, and whatever is available that has to be provided, whatever shortage is there that has to be procured from the market. So the purchase department must get in activation. They should also take the help of finance department to pay for the purchases. So every department and the manpower required for taking up this activity, that has to be provided. So all these departments have to work in proper coordination. If they are not coordinating, the opportunity would be lost. So planning helps us in proper coordination. Then it also helps us in organizing the things. So it is basically organizing, if in the simplest terms, is a place for everything and everything in its place. So if everything has to be given a particular place and kept in the particular thing, that particular thing is kept in that particular place, it becomes easy for people to trace it, find it and use it. And when you have planned all your activities, you can easily organize the things as per the requirements, and therefore planning becomes important in creating a good organization structure also, and also organizing the various other resources like machinery, materials, and even about arranging about your finances also. And then another factor why planning becomes important is it gives us the right direction. Whenever we plan, we are planning to reach the goal. So like in yesterday's previous videos, we have seen planning is always goal oriented. That means we know the direction where we are heading. So when you plan, you go in the right direction. The chances of going in the wrong direction will be very, very minimum when you have a plan. If you don't have a plan, it doesn't matter in which direction you are going, because your only purpose at that time is only going ahead without looking where you are going. So that becomes aimless. But when you plan, you know where you are heading, and if you can match your goals with your plan, then you are going in the right direction. Plan also helps you to control the things. That is, whenever you have planned, you will be looking at the progress that you have made in comparison with the plan, whether the things are going as per the plan or not. And if the things are going as per the plan, you continue to do the same things. And if the things are going good, fine. If the things are not going according to the plan, then you will take the corrective steps. Say for example, you are thinking of reaching the school or college in 15 minutes time from your home, and when you leave your home, you know that it requires around 12 minutes to reach the college, but in between there is a traffic jam, and you realize that this traffic jam will hold you up for around 10 minutes. So is it possible that there is another alternate route which can bring you to the college? If you know that okay, these are the different routes, then you can use that other route. So that will help you to keep control of the time. Similarly, in business, whenever you have a plan in place, you know what is the progress that has to be attained over a period of time. There will be several intervals in time. At this interval, I should be at this progress must have been achieved. So when you know the progress that has to be achieved at different times before reaching the final goal, then it will help you to change your operations or your way of working if there is certain negative deviation. Okay, so it helps in control. Then it helps to achieve the objectives, because without proper planning you may not head in the right direction and you may lose focus of the objectives. You may be just doing things as they come, which is once again an adventure, not a business activity. So you have to keep focus of the objectives, and planning helps you to keep focus on the objectives. Then planning also helps us to motivate the people. See, whenever you are doing things which you are told are important to the organization, then automatically you will feel a sense of pride. And on the other hand, if you are doing activities the importance of which you do not know at all, so you will not be motivated. It is something like when you when you do a task, you know that your contribution is going to be important, then you feel motivated. Otherwise what happens, you feel I am doing something which may not be important, and when you feel something that you are doing is not important, the quality will suffer, one thing, and the time taken usually will become slow. That is, you will do the task slowly in a leisurely manner, and that affects the overall efficiency and effectiveness both. So you don't want that to happen. So whenever you have a plan, you tell the people, see, this is what your role is, and this is important because whatever you are doing will be helping us in this activity. You can tell them how significant their role is, why their role is important, and why they have to do it properly. That will motivate the people. Next is, whenever you plan, it encourages creativity and innovation, because see, creativity is basically thinking something new, and innovation is putting that new idea into practice. So creativity and innovation are encouraged whenever you plan, because you are thinking of new ways to achieve the objectives. You think what are the regular methods, and you will also think what are the methods which have not been thought previously. This has not been done, let me try this. So you can probably sometimes find new and better ways to do things, and that happens because of planning. Whenever there are restrictions, you try to overcome those restrictions by thinking differently, and that leads to increased creativity, and when that creativity is implemented, it becomes innovation. And then planning also helps us in decision making. Decision making is an important task in planning, and whenever you are planning, what happens is you will be generating several options of how to achieve the desired goal. And when you have several options, you have to choose one or sometimes maybe more than one option of how to reach the desired goal. And there comes the aspect of decision making. So you would be choosing what is the best suitable method for doing your task, and that is also planning. So all these factors are there which make planning important. To summarize, planning helps to increase the efficiency, it reduces the business related risks, it facilitates proper coordination, planning helps in organizing, planning gives the right direction, planning keeps good control, it also helps to achieve the objectives, planning motivates the personnel, that is the human resource or the staff of the organization, planning encourages creativity and innovation, and also planning helps in decision making. In case of any doubts, please get in touch with the college. Thank you.